Hi, welcome to Cherie's weight loss journey. Ooh, I cannot tell you, I slept in today. Um, it was cold in the house. I came outside and it was warmer outside than it was in the house, right? And I'm like, okay, well, good thing we're coming out here and we're gonna go for a walk and we're gonna go get some of our vitamin D directly from the sun. Um, it's it's the day before Thanksgiving. And I did my lightweight exercises. I taken my protein drink mixed with the collagen and the fiber. I'm really proud of myself when I do that, because that extra step, you know, I'm hoping to see results, even though on the container of the collagen, it states that it should be taken twice a day. And I'm starting off at only taking it once a day. And I'm still, happy that, I'm doing some progress towards, the collagen. I think, if I make it a habit or a goal to do a protein drink with the collagen and the fiber in the morning and another one at nighttime, that would stop, my late night eating. Because, I eat late night. Like last night, I ate a hot link with barbecue sauce as my late night snack. Otherwise, I would get no sleep. I know people will tell you, oh, you cannot, you cannot sleep, on a full stomach. And I'm like, but that's actually when I'm weighted down enough to sleep. That's how I feel. I feel that, when I'm full or have something in my stomach, then I have enough weight to lay my ass down still and then go to sleep. Okay? So, I guess maybe today we'll start the goal to see if, doing a nighttime protein drink, I'll think of it as a milkshake dessert. Oh, yeah. So, I woke up, to some interesting facts, right? Where the UK, had put in its news report that every 10 minutes a woman is killed in the UK. And I was like, yeah, right. And here's the thing, right? It's like, women don't really pose a threat to men, right? Very few women can just walk up to a man and just choke him out. Or very few men can, say that a woman can, just, take them down in a one-on-one combat, right? Which, my thought is, well, first of all, there's no reason for a man to fight a woman. I don't understand this hatred that they have towards women because they come from a woman, right? They keep taking out these women, and these are vessels that bring life into the world. So my thought is that men who take out women, they're really treasonous against the world, right? They wanna annihilate humanity, right? What else could it be, right? They could say it's because their feelings are hurt and all of this other stuff, but I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced, that it's merely rejection or being jealous of women, right? I'm more convinced that these are men who, got birthed into this world and is seeking some type of revenge on the world because, they don't want to be on this world. They don't want to conform to the world. They don't know how to strategically maneuver themselves through this world, and therefore they see themselves as defiant, and that way, as a deviant, then they are a force on this world. And it's like, wow, is that what your life is about? Your life is about being a deviant, destructive force on the world, and then it just blows my mind, because it's like that saying that they used to have, right? Rebel without a cause. Okay? Because here you are, a rebel, but you have no rhyme or reason or cause behind your rebelliousness, right? And should you voice your opinion, you're not open to other people explaining why, your perspective is faulty. Okay? They just don't. And it's just like, well, and my mind is, it just seems to me that, we should really start opening up suicide centers, and we should not make these suicide centers that we should not make these suicide centers stigmatized. That matter of fact, we should give them an honor to say, hey, I cannot handle the life that I was given, and I resign, to giving up this life, and maybe if I get reincarnated, that at least I'll be able to start all over, with a fresh start, or and not force. See, this is weird, right? Here's something that's really weird to me. It's like, okay, here you are, you won't kill yourself because I guess number one, you're afraid that you won't be successful. Okay, that one is understandable. But then, that you can overdose. That you can jump off a building. That you can shoot yourself in the head, through the head, through the head, this way, not this way, but this way, and you won't miss, right? You will die, right? But they're very afraid. They're very afraid. And then in their fear, then they go around and they start hurting and harming other people and, and doing all of this other stuff, right? And then after they do all of that all this stuff, they still will want to kill themselves. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter, if they got the finest woman that they thought that they could ever, tie down, you know, um, they're still not going to be happy, right? It's like, okay, now they decide, well, dang, I guess I'm just going to have to reside until, in a calm state until, their time actually comes. And it's just like, can we please teach philosophy, uh, in secondary school, right? Can we please teach about spirituality in primary school, right? And then in high school should be a school where we're actually, teaching the children how to apply it, because these children, are needing this at an earlier stage because a lot of them can't afford college, right? A lot of them, as soon as they get to be of age, they have to go out and work. In underdeveloped countries, the children, they are forced to go out and work at earlier ages. They don't have, an age discrimination as far as getting out there and having to work. So they need to find ways to incorporate, this teaching through folklore and also through their religion and also through, their primary education, because a lot of them, they'll at least get a chance to get some primary teachings. Hold on. So today we're at a local park, out here walking. Isn't it beautiful? Like I said, I woke up and I was very snug in my bed, because I sleep in between two electric blankets, right? But I'm still very angry that the fan on my AC unit was manipulated and, caused my central air heating and air conditioning unit to malfunction, right? And yeah, I'm not even sure the extent of the damage, but I did get an assessment about, what was it? It was about 10 years ago. This is just a beautiful spot right here. Oh my gosh. The sun is shining. This beautiful fountain in the middle of the pond. Yeah. So, come on. So, I've been adapting, without central air. And I'm going to tell you that it was horrible, during 2021 freeze that we had, and which was when we had those below zero temperatures, right? However, what that time period had taught me was that that I could withstand extreme temperatures. Isn't that a pretty doggy? Oh, it looks like a Dalmatian mix. Yeah. Um, um, hold on. And I'm gonna be honest. Um, I believe it was sabotage, which is one of the reasons why I didn't fix it. Right? Because when you're dealing with somebody that's so destructive, you know, you can get into uh, a drainage that will cause you to lose money every time you repair something. They'll break something else. And I was just like, no, you know, that's their problem, not mine. But um, needless to say, I am at a point where I do wish, my air conditioning system was working. Listen. What off of there? Because, like I said, as soon as it gets dark, which is about 5:30, 6 o'clock, it gets real cold. And it's a lot of cold. And it's really stopping me from doing my projects in the house. Okay? Because what I usually do is I end up placing myself upon, my warm electric blanket and my small space heater. And, I just, stay within the confines of that area so I can stay warm. Hold on. So, I have noticed that several people have had issues with their central air and heating system fans because they've been ordering those things. And I'm like, what is that? What is that? We spend a lot of money on air conditioning and heating systems. They could run from like 6,000 to 15,000. Maybe some even more. And so, yeah. And here's the thing that kind of messes with my mind a little bit. It's like, okay, we only had like 2 half months where we didn't have to utilize either the air conditioning or the heater. Okay? And yeah. Right? So the energy drain on our finances, is definitely significant, right? And none of us would ever want to believe that, our our community leaders, would invest into energy and then, plot and conspire, just to keep, the finances going. Oh, you all have to see all of these turtles. These turtles are out here sunbathing, and they're so pretty. Uh-oh, I better not get too close because then they'll leave. But there they are. They're out there sunbathing. They're so pretty. Uh-huh. None of us wants to believe this, right? But then, every time we see the chemtrails in the sky and stuff, and then we notice a day or two later that we experience, some type of extreme weather, and a lot of people will blame, this on like the baby boomers. But the baby boomers are in their 80s by now, right? Most of them that had positions of power while they were, younger. Now we have, like, I'm at the tail end of a baby boomer. Okay, I believe the year after me, that's when Generation X begins. Okay, so Generation X people are right now, 62 years old. Come next year, they'll be 63. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. The year of the tiger begins the Generation X. Oh, look at the pretty doggies. Aren't they pretty? No. Oh, and they smell good too. Hi, pretty doggy. So yeah. So if you think back, some of the movers and shakers, right? Well, one of the movers and shakers that was the last of the baby boomers was Obama. And Obama had very good intentions, right? However, it was, you're going to make health insurance mandatory, and you're going to fine them for not having health insurance. And then, the whole health insurance, industry went through a whole new reconstruction where every time, you go to the doctor, you could only go for one specific thing, right? Because before Obama, right, you used to be able to go to the doctor, and the doctor would be able to take one visit and then, handle your illnesses, with that one visit, and prescribe you medicine. And on rare occasions, they would, outsource you to a specialist. But then when, they realize, okay, they're going to start itemizing, the visits. So, and I had seen this happen to me because when I used to be able to go to my doctor and tell my doctor, this and this and this and this and this is what is wrong with me, we would address each of those problems. But what had happened was, I was sort of enraged, because I was like, look, I took meticulous time to itemize, my problems, and, I'm being asked, what's the most important, or let's address, the most important, illness, and then, we'll have to make, other appointments for those other things. And I outright asked them, I was like, why? And then they told me, they said, well, it's because of the billing, the billing system is forcing them to do it this way. So I don't know if it was because, some doctors was, adding on, charges, on a visit, that they started limiting the visits. I don't know, I really don't know. I mean, because it seems like every time, we try to make life better, there's always, a group of people who want to exploit it, right? So right now, we're seeing that, women, they want to make their life better, and even though men don't realize, hey, well, if you got a working woman, it's going to take some of the financial responsibility off of you. And yeah, you might have to change your lifestyle, but once you change your lifestyle, then you will see, that some of those changes, if it means that, you're at home more, or, you're participating more in the household duties, that this will help alleviate, some of the stress that you feel, just trying to be a working machine. But it just seems like they're very resistant to that notion. They don't have foresight, and then there are also a group of men who had utilized, the workplace, as a way to get away from their homes, as a way to not participate, with their family, and maybe even, pursue vices, Here, drink the water. Drink the water. Snoopy, drink the water. Drink the water. My dog is so worried about these other dogs. She can't even drink the water. Oh my. I lost all my paper bags. So yeah. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I'm seeing, a few men out here walking their dogs. I've seen women, they grab for the pooper bags, which is great. And she's assigning everybody a bag to pick up some of the poop, which is great. And yeah. Um, you know, and that's some of the the holding back that men still have in their heads is that, you know, well, yeah, I'll go take the dog for a walk. Surely I'm glad to take the dog for a walk because that way, you know, I won't have to clean up the shit out the backyard. Right? But then we live in a society where, you know, they're like, no, you know, if your dog is shitting in public, you're going to have to clean that up in public. But, you know, two of the men that was out walking the dog, you know, they clearly don't have, bags. And I'm going to tell you that the park is really very clean. I tell you, some people get on my nerves. I know she heard my beep, beep, beep. I mean, you can't get around it. When I'm backing up, there's definitely, you know, that backup, you know, beeping that goes on when I back up. So even if I accidentally back up and I'm backing up slow, you know, it's almost as if there's just no way you could convince a jury that, you know, you didn't intentionally, you know, see an opportunity to ram somebody and, you know, right? And that was another video that I was watching yesterday. I was watching another video where it was showing that there were some people who was purposefully getting in front of a driver and then backing up into the driver, you know, trying to claim that the person behind them had ran into them. And fortunately, the person who was behind them was filming this, right? And I know somebody that did something just like that. They had just enough space to squeeze in and step on the brakes and force, you know, a person to hit us in the back. And this person had claimed that this was his way of, you know, generating some revenue that, you know, we needed. I was like, what? You know, I mean, I just will never understand, you know, the backwards thinking of some of these people. You know, to want to, you know, make money off of the demise of other people. And so, yeah, you know, I am kind of missing my snacks. I am. I do want to stop off and, you know, grab me some snacks because tomorrow is a holiday, and which is Thanksgiving. And, you know, a lot of the stores, you know, will close, you know, during the Thanksgiving holiday. So that's one reason why I kind of want to stop off and get me some snacks. I already ate my turkey, and, you know, me and Snoopy, we ate a whole turkey, right? And I have some that I frozen. I can take those, you know, those frozen parts out and you know, eat them. But you know, I'm not eating the trimmings and stuff because, you know, I'm trying to keep my carbs low. I still got a little over a month to go, right? Oh yeah, and today is the 27th. Therefore, you know, I am going to have to take my 3-month picture of, you know, my body transformation since I've been on my 3-month diet. It should be a little exciting. Yes. So if I had to have a wish, you know, I mean, dang, I would wish for new flooring, a new roof, a new master bathroom. You know, all the things that I'm wishing for are very, very high-end stuff, right? And each one of those wishes, you know, could be, you know, broken down into smaller, you know, smaller quantities, like the air conditioning being fixed. The air can being fixed. When I had found out, I think they told me it would be like $800, and that they would throw in cleaning out the air, you know, the ventilation ducts was $800. And so now that things has probably doubled, that would probably cost me $1,600, right? So to get that fixed, you know, I kind of calculate, you know, that it would be about $600 just for, you know, the heating unit. But let me tell you something, even without, you know, the heating and air conditioning unit, you know, my electric bill is still $200. Okay? Yeah. So during the peak heat of our 100-degree weather, I spent a lot of days just, you know, trying to bear out the heat as much as possible. But, you know, I did learn how to bear out the heat when I lived in Algeria, right? Yes, they didn't have air conditioning. They didn't have central air and heating units in their homes. They did not. But, you know, neither did their, you know, neither was their weather, you know, like this extreme, like it is, you know, here. I think this time I'm going to try for a different kind of Quest flavor, because you know, the s'mores was good, but I do want to see what the Oreo flavor tastes like. The cookie dough, yeah, that might be pretty good too. I had one bar of the cookie dough. So I know it's good. So if they don't have the Oreo, I will opt for the cookie dough. But I'm going to stop off and get me some more of the Quest snacks because they taste so delicious. They make you feel like you're cheating on your diet. and you're actually not. They're low in calories and low in carbs and high in protein. So yeah, I think I also will buy either some seltzer water and maybe a diet drink. I don't know why, for whatever reason, I've been wanting, seltzer drinks. I think it was the monster drinks that I was drinking that had, got me wanting the seltzer drinks. Wishing and hoping that, these soda drinks would give me the same satisfaction, even though I know they won't. I know they won't. But psychologically, it's got me messed up. Look at that pretty doggy. Look at that pretty doggy. So that's another thing that, if I needed a lightweight gift, I think I would like, that's not so expensive, would be like a dash cam. Because I'm telling you, I get a lot of flack because, I don't drive fast. I'm in an electric car. The faster I drive, the faster my battery drains. And people, are out here, like speed demons, if the speed limit is whatever the speed limit is, they feel that they need to go at least 10 to 20 miles above the speed limit, right? And these same people will curse out a police officer that will give them a ticket for reckless driving. Yes, they will. And and then they'll want proof. Show me your proof that you could take to court, that I was driving 20 miles over the speed limit. And the police is like, we're not going to go there right now. Just show me your driver's license and registration. We're not going to have court out here on the street. So yeah, tried to park a little bit out of the way so my dog don't get disturbed, and I will continue the recording when I get out of the store. Okay, I bought 13 items, and my 13 items came up to $75.81. Okay, I bought some coffee. I bought some creamer. I bought a 4 case of Starburst Zero energy drink. I bought another one for $2 that was on clearance. I bought some. I couldn't make up my mind between the Oreo and the cookie dough, so I bought both of those. And then I changed the chips from the nacho cheese to the taco chips. And I figured, if I have to have the cheese, maybe I'll just, melt some cheese over it. And then I bought, 2 bottles of the seltzer water. And I also bought me another container of Greek yogurt and the whey protein drink mix, because I'm probably like, I'm down to like about a fourth, and I still have a month to go, on this high protein drink. And the lens and shit fell out of my glasses. I had to pop them back in. And yeah. The store wasn't as busy as I thought it would be. This one is the neighborhood Walmart. I did not want to go to the super Walmart, while I have my dog in the car, because the chances of running in and running out would be slim. But yeah, $75, for 13 items, and to try to eat healthy. I don't really have a problem with that at all, if I have the money. Now, if I don't have the money, then yes, of course I have a problem with it. It's like, how can I eat healthy when everything, that's healthy, is out of my financial budget. Okay? So I talked to the lady, as to, wow, the store is less crowded than I thought, that's kind of unusual. She's like, well, maybe they're still getting off work. Then I asked her, I said, the store is closed tomorrow, right? She said, yep. And I said, you're getting a paid holiday, aren't you? She said, nope. It's like, damn. Damn you, Emperor! Can you please feed the slaves? They need money. They need currency. Stop it with your nonsense. And the emperor ain't trying to listen to me. He's like trying to be a star. He wants a $40-50 million home and a private plane. Yeah. They have to have their own private plane. It's like, yeah, but can you afford that? How are you even... Do you know how much cannibalism you're going to have to do to maintain that kind of lifestyle? Right? I mean, it's one thing, to go to a private airline, and pay $600 to $1,200 for a private flight. But, to want your own airplane, right? Because you want to be a star. You want to be a star. You don't care how much blood is on your hands. You want to be a star. Okay. Like I said 2 years ago. No, I think I said it like 4 years ago. About 4 years ago, I said we are going to see the fall of the distorted masculine, and we're seeing it in real time. And so many of them, their meltdowns is just atrocious, right? And in the process of their meltdown, they're trying to take other people down with them. And like, you're going down too. As a matter of fact, you think that you're gonna live a happy life. I'm gonna destroy your life before I go down. And it's just like, wow, you got so much hate in you. You got so much hate in you, right? And even right now in spiritual land, they're talking about there's these masculines out here who went out there trying to, become stars and stuff, abandoning the love of their life, hooking up with karmics, and making money through their vices. Now they want to go back home, right? And it's like, no, we don't want you now. You're dangerous. You were dangerous before you left, and now that you went out there into the cruel world, you're even more dangerous because you learned a lot of manipulative tactics, and you have corrupted your whole sense of morals and ethics and integrity. You've lost. Okay? So, they still, they know it's a futile effort to want to get back into the mainstream of, decent human beings. They know it's futile, but they're going to try. And my thought is, hey, your karmic is at the store right now trying to prepare a Thanksgiving meal for you and whatever family and friends that you have. Why aren't you happy there? Right? And I hate it when these guys feel like they have to have a woman that creates for them or helps them to create. And I think you're a little parasite bitch pussy man. I have no respect for you. I have none. Okay? And you've created all of these scenarios of sadistic and masochistic bondings. You'll never be able to get out of them. It's gonna take a lifetime, and maybe next lifetime and several lifetimes to overcome this type of debauchery you've created. Okay? You don't have to believe me, but let my voice be that soft whisper in the back of your mind, right? Every time you slip back into your old ways that create the hamster wheel of your demise. Right? And to the good people out here, let me tell you something. I'm going to say it again, and I think it's just profound. Right? The only time evil wins is when good people do nothing. Okay? You want to be the Howard Cosells of the spiritual world and not use your spiritual prayers? Okay. You're going to lose your gifts. You're going to lose your gifts, I'm telling you. Because you were not meant to be a bystander. You were not given gifts just so that you could be paid to be the Howard Cosells of the spiritual warfare that's going on. Because just like you were given your spiritual gifts to have the insight and the foresight and the prophecy, you could see how that can be combated with rhetoric and lies and false news from the wicked and evil people. Okay? I mean, some of you people, you do these insightful readings, and not once do you rebuke even one demon. Not once. So you're going to lose your gifts. right? Now, you could be in service. And like I said, service is not just narrating and being the Howard Cosells of the spiritual boxing match. Okay? And that had angered me for the last 2 years. I'm like, what the hell? You know, these people have got these gifts out here. You know, they have the ability to talk to spirits. And all they want to do is be a magic show. Right? Get paid like a fortune teller. You're going to get your wish. You're going to get your wish. Hold on. And let me tell you what it's going to look like when you lose your gifts. When you lose your gifts, there are going to be those who think, oh, you're not powerful anymore, right? And they're going to try to suck you dry. They're going to try to suck you dry just to make sure that not only do you not have any gifts, but you'll never be able to have gifts, even if you decide to become an actual, even if you decide to become in actual service to God. And you can best believe there are a lot of light flames that have been taken out because in the words of Jesus, right? They were lukewarm. Right? The one that tried to straddle the fence. Lukewarm. Despised by God. Okay? Bye.